Nuzlocke, the funnest way to experience Pokemon games. And, you know, after you had your first taste for one, pretty much the only way to experience Pokemon games. After taking a break from the franchise, after the hand-holding nightmare that was Sun and Moon, a friend convinced me to pick up Pokemon Violet. And, you know, I decided, you know, it's been a while, it might be fun, let's try it. And you know, gotta do a Nuzlocke, but you know, you need some accountability. So, and since, you know, editing an entire Let's Play series is also a bit of a nightmare, I figured I'd make a video like this to document my adventure. Let's go to the crumpled paper thing so I can explain the rules that I played by.
Pokemon faints, it goes to Davy Jones's locker. Pretty simple, but now for the complicated rule. You saw in the title that this isn't a Nuzlocke. This is a Wonderlocke. It's named after Pokemon X and Y's Wonder Trade, which is now called Surprise Trade, but I like the name Wonderlocke a little more, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one. So, much like a Nuzlocke, new area means new friend. And the first thing that you do with your new friend is throw him screaming into the abyss. And if the new friend meets a series of criteria, you get to keep it. One of the rules being it has to be a lower level than your highest level Pokemon. It's gotta be English and unnicknamed. I met so many level appropriate Pokemon that since it had foreign characters, I wasn't allowed to nickname it. Pikachu, that would be fun. Unfortunately, this isn't Pikachu. This is Pikachu. So unfortunately, I can't nickname it. So back into the wild blue yonder with you, until we meet something weak enough and American enough for a nickname change. Nicknames are like omni-important to a Nuzlocke. And in fact, make that rule number one, not the Super Davy Jones one. And then we got a couple additional rules, like no intentional overleveling with the next gym leader. But with these new Pokemon games, you can't really turn off the EXP share, so a couple of times I went a little above. But I didn't allow that to lock me out of a Pokemon, otherwise I would have died. Also, one healing item per battle. I instituted this rule back in older Pokemon games because the gym leaders would use healing items, and I didn't really think that was fair. So I decided I would get one too. However, as far as I know, the Violet gym leaders don't really use them, but I still did allow this concession because if I didn't, I would have died. I also played on Switch mode rather than set. I meant to put it on set, but by the time I realized that I was on Switch, I also realized this game is not messing around. Once again, if I played with this rule on, I would have died. Alright, is that it? Probably not. I did give myself all 3 starters on the first run, mainly because all 3 of them together look like the main cast of Space Dandy.
Space Dandy. He's a dandy guy in space. He combs the galaxy like his pompadour on the hunt for aliens. Planet after planet he searches, discovering bizarre new creatures both friendly and not. These are the spectacular adventures of Space Dandy and his brave space crew in space.
So we started off with 2 hours of cutscenes. Holy cow, what the frick? That's worse than Sun and Moon. I mean, it's so they can introduce to you what they think it means to be a Pokemon trainer, like looking for herb, or having a trainer who's been in 3 battles topple a criminal organization. You know, oddly enough, the goal that they pushed extremely hard in the first game, you know, to complete the Pokédex, wasn't even mentioned. So we start off in Megazoa, which is right next to 2 routes. So I stop in both, snap up 2 Pokemon, and then I toss them into the void to receive a Gulpin and a shiny perfect IV with hidden ability Scorbunny. Okay, there's a 100% chance this thing is hacked, but I love her and she's my best friend, and I nicknamed her May. Alright, so let's go slightly out of order first and get Brassius, the grass guy. The first thing I learned in this game is that if a trainer has a black text box, we ain't fighting them. See this guy? Level 11 Igglybuff. The very next guy, level 17 Jigglypuff. Oh great, now Dandy's infatuated. Oh, and he's one-shotted. At least that's how he would have liked to have gone down, you know? So I limped away from that mess and boxed the leader of the Aloha Oi and continued on my mission, which is now taking on the Bug Queen. However, not fully understanding the deadly implications of black box trainers, I strutted up to this guy with 3 level 14s and immediately lost all of my Pokemon. Alright, new starter, new Violet. And you know what the problem was? She didn't have that side braid that the game is clearly pushing the girls to have. And I think I'll take a fire starter. Not the fire starter, mind you. Yeah, I think I'll take the, I don't know, perfect IV shiny hidden ability bunny girl. My stream said that I could keep her because throwing her into the deleted file zone would constitute some sort of sin, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so the second run, how much do I say about this? It only went for 7 hours. The coolest thing was that I caught a Riolu that I nicknamed Anubis, and then I traded him to a trainer named Anubis. The lamest thing was that I rolled up to Iono's gym, and I learned that this game is not screwing around. Dead, dead, dead. Alright, new game. Obviously, Violet just doesn't have the skills for this, so I made a new character named Scarlet. I was trying to go for like a sultry look like Carmen Sandiego, but one viewer pointed out that she looked like this. And another one said that she looked like a Karen. I was so offended by this, I demanded to see his manager immediately. However, once I finally got Scarlet her red fedora to really pull off the Carmen Sandiego look, they simply called her Karen Sandiego.
Okay, look here, you little
So for Scarlet's run, I got her Quaxly, and I named it Nandy.
How am I sketchy? What part of me is sketchy exactly?
From pompadour to toe, you are one sketchy bastard.
Sketch away.
That's not what sketchy means!
And then we got QT to join our crew, and we got an Azarul in a trade. She came pre-packaged with the nickname Helen, but I figured, hey, no, that's a perfect name. I love it. We'll keep it. Then we got a Rookidee, named her Jolene, and a German Scyther. But Scyther's just such a cool Pokemon, I figured, okay, I don't want to trade her away. I'll just call her Shyler. And I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly, but hey, you know, Kestelovai. I went and named a Failing Swiggler, Lechonk got named Theodore, and then I got a Ralts, and it just so happened that a viewer named QuickNerd had a shiny Ralts and was willing to give it to me. So we swapped that and got Nerd the Ralts, and oh my gosh, she is so shiny! I also got a Score Bunny from the Wonder Trades, and we may have switched that out for a really, really, really cool Score Bunny, who just so happens to be my best friend. Alright, so the first two gyms are a breeze if you got QT. The first one's a bug type. Like really? Look, even Katie knows that bug types suck. Her last Pokemon is a gosh dang normal type. Granted, with Violet's gimmick, that changes, but still. Oh, and can we take a quick moment to talk about the music in this game? The music in Pokemon Violet and Scarlet is so gosh dang good. Like, it's so good, I don't even want to analyze it because there might be a chance I take the mystique out. I'll just say this. We got Toby Fox motifs. Man, different versions of the Academy song in the different rooms. I gotta fill up a CD with this music.
That's right, CDs, because I'm actually 187 years old.
The only problem with the music is the gym leader song. Toby trampled over a 27-year-old tradition. Every gym leader battle up to this point has had the same song. Frankly, this is almost unforgivable. The only reason I say almost is because once the voices start in the Terra Evolution part, the song is so good that I don't even care anymore. Everybody shut up, guys, the song's about to get really, really good. Also, what's with gym tests? Okay, so before you can find a gym leader, you have to do a little challenge, and they range from like little time waster to the dumbest thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Yes, come with me, my laggy army!
Alright, back to Iono's gym. I think that Carolina is going to be a huge help here. Boom, I finally finished leveling her up. Oh, an encounter, whatever, just run away from it. Headbutt, what? That sucks. And that wasn't even my biggest mistake. For the next part, one of my viewers was gonna trade me a Pokemon so we could adorn Shylar in a nice steel coat. So I sent over Shylar, and Megan sent over her level 100 Clodsire. And then when I went to trade back, I put the Medulla in charge. You see, over the course of the past 20 hours, anytime I needed to make a trade, I would make a very specific set of inputs. And I think we all know where this is going.
No! No! No!
I might have just killed your... I wasn't even paying attention.
Oh, Megan, well, you came and you gave me your Clodsire, but I sent it away.
Fortunately, Megan has a big heart and she forgave me. She also has a big brain because she had a new level 100 Poi Poi in less than 3 hours. Also, I felt so bad that I went and bred a shiny Wooper for her. But yeah, that tells you the level of stupidity we're dealing with for the remainder of this playthrough. Okay, I know, you gave me a lot of trouble yesterday, but this time I have Shyrox. And this feisty Fräulein has Double Team. So I kitted out, I healed up, and I took her down.
There is not much honor in a victory like this. But a victory nonetheless.
Now I went back and I did Titan battle. Look, I don't know. I don't really care for the Titan or the Team Star stuff, especially the Team Star stuff. Look, we'll get to them later. But for now, I need to not care about Arven's hunt for marijuana. Actually, did I lose Pokemon to any of Arven's stupid quests? Actually, I don't think I did. Hey, Arven, I'm not gonna bring you up for the rest of the video because I don't like you. Alright, so I just plain skipped the Firestar base, but to get to the water gym, I can't really put off the dark base because of this roadblock here. Wait, unless... No, yes, no! Okay, so I fell into the desert, but Myrmidon can do the Super Mario 64 backwards long jump trick, so I feel like I can ignore all of Team Star. I don't know, maybe after the gym I'll go back. Okay, so the gym leader forgot his wallet. This gym test is to return his wallet, just like Mandrake. And to do this, I had to go through a couple of routes, and on my way there, I got myself Koopa and a Sprigatito. Hey, Dandy's entire space crew is here.
Time for an intro. So, what's your name?
Minero.
Say what?
Could you repeat that?
Minero.
Huh? What'd he say?
Who knows?
Geez, it's a common name.
Well, in honor of you looking like a cat, how about... meow?
Aw, come on, you guys. Don't do me like that. I'm a Beetlejuicean.
Whatever, he is totally a space cat.
Alright, so I can't return the wallet until I kill Hugo, his diminutive little beta male servant. Whoa, 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 whoa! Almost lost my shiny there. But we walked out and trained everyone up to level 30. But for this battle, Quick Nerd insisted that I teach Guarvadar Magical Leaf. He said he'd give me the TM. Okay, no complaints here. So I sent over Helen, and as a reward for not sending his Alucha screaming into the endless void that is Wonder Trade, he told me that he'd give my Azumarill a nice item. Cool, what item did you give me?
He gave me loaded dice!
Alright, time for the gym battle. I figured I could send in Shyrox again and give him the old now you see me, now you don't trick. But the surprisingly good accuracy for a water pulse combined with the confusion, I decided my only real choice was to take Kofu on in a slightly fairer fight. Send out Wiggler to smash his rock-type Pokemon, and then we break out the shiny nerd and use that TM move. Huh? Okay, well... Yep, okay, okay, it's time, so long, farewell, Vita Saint, I'm getting the F out of here. Okay, go, Dandy! Oh, we're not doing too hot. Oh, there's a sandstorm too. I go out and hit it with an air cutter, and I got a lucky flinch. But on a less awesome note, the storm has brought me down to a point where Grabhammer kills. And the rest of my team is not in a position where they can come out without suffering any losses. So I grip my teeth, and I have Dandy make the sacrifice. Air cutter. Yes! Yes! Slay! Slay! I definitely got so gosh dang lucky in this battle. The next two challengers are whatever. I decided to double back and take on the Team Star Dark Challenge. And okay, right now we're kind of gonna be stepping away from the Nuzlocke. I'm gonna go slightly game reviewer and talk about likes and dislikes of this entire experience. So if you want to skip that, I'll go ahead and put like timestamps in the description. Okay, Team Star. While I am just purely apathetic to Arven's plight, I actively dislike Team Star. Team Rocket, kill people who oppose you. Very cool. Team Aqua, kill people who live on land. Also cool. Team Galactic, kill everyone actually. Team Plasma, kill people who use Pokemon. Using Pokemon. Team Flare, kill all the Uggos.
Look, as an Uggo myself, all I can say is... proceed.
And then as I said, I skipped a couple of games.
Scott, was Team Skull cool?
But Team Star? They are simply a school club that focuses on delinquency and truancy. That's lame! Their actions are such non-issues that the principal gave them like 6 months to cut it out. Like, are you serious? What a non-problem. I was so offended by their blandness, I stopped reading their dialogue after like the second dude. Alright, the next point is a neg at the game. Pokemon Violet is a beautiful game. How'd they even get it to work on the Switch? Well, they didn't. Just looking at a screenshot, this is a gorgeous game, but if you start that PowerPoint presentation, just wow. I think every issue I have with this game can be showed by the fletchlings in this cutscene. So here they are, chugging along at 3 frames per second, and here, a little after the camera changed, they just say screw it and stop existing. It's simply amazing. And my next issue feeds into the last. I hate, and I mean vehemently despise, Star Barrage. This is the most brain-dead, uninteresting thing in a video game. Let me explain. So, whenever you assault the Team Star base, you need to start by killing 30 Pokemon in 10 minutes before you can face the boss. So that means just walking around, pressing our group of enemies for 2 minutes. It's not fun, it's not challenging, and frankly, it's a little baffling with my last point, on the performance. So they're about to try and render over 10 models at a time. The Switch can't do that. So, and for this battle, they put a clock at the top of the screen so you can see that the game is just chugging at 1/3 of the speed, trying to process what's going on. And the biggest of all the problems is this is our first open world Pokemon game. When I heard open world Pokemon game, I got excited because I've seen the Pokemon Origins anime. It focuses more on Red's journey, and before the gym battle, they ask how many badges he had, and then the leader adjusts their team accordingly. I was so excited for them to implement this. Imagine the replayability, challenging the leaders in different orders. They didn't do that. Also, you want to see what the frick they actually did do? Do you want to see the order that you're supposed to go in? So you start by going on over here, and then you seesaw back. I don't know how someone would even guess that that's what you're supposed to do. Then you keep going. Now, after you beat her, you don't go into this area. You actually go over to the desert, obviously. Now, the next gym leader is over here, but the path on the map is actually walking all around over here, going into an area for like a minute with level 50 wild encounters, and then you head up into the mountains. And after you beat that gym leader, there's another gym just a stone throws away. But what you actually need to go is go all the way down to the corner and do some emotion training with the psychic leader. And then you come back up. I can't even comprehend how this is a better idea than scaling the difficulty. Game Freak, call me up next time. I will develop 64 teams for you so you can actually make a fun and adaptive game for your players. And this last little thing is a nitpick, but it just made such a difference that I really gotta talk about it. Okay, so this might just be a symptom of playing previous Pokemon games, but whenever I walk into a building, I walk out and I assume that the camera is going to be facing the same way as when I entered the building. So I press back on the control stick, But now the camera is facing behind me, so I walk right back into the building. So now I walk out again. But this way I press forward on the sticks, to account for the new camera angle. And for some reason, some Japanese woodland creature has changed the camera, so I walk right back in. What's that?
That takes care of business? Okay, bye. Dang it. Sorry about that. Are you kidding me?
However, with all of those major criticisms out of the way, I do have to say I had a lot of fun with Pokemon Violet, and overall, I enjoyed my experience with it. Okay, so I went over and I did the Team Star, Shooting Star, Comet, whatever the frick it was, and then I fought the king of the base. But, Dark-type Pokemon. Wait, we've got Shyrox. Of course, the funniest thing is that the last Pokemon of Team Star is always just straight up their car. Second pedestrian to the right and straight on till morning. And then after this, we have the Bird Titan. I understand that there's like a fun boulder dodging minigame to approach it, but I came from the back of the mountain and I wondered, how far will I be able to climb up from the back side of the mountain? It turns out, all the way. And then the bird was pretty easy to kill. Like seriously, come on, this game's too easy. However, I did get a mini heart attack because on the way to the next city, I crossed this bridge and go into an area called Casoria Lake. Oh cool, a new encounter, right? Whoa! Why is he level 50? I mean, fortunately, he's a poison type and I got a steel type Pokemon, but what cheap crap was that? I mean, fortunately, I grabbed the Gulpin and like some little light bulb dude from West Route 3, and then the internet went and bequeathed me with a Bonsley we named Maple, and of course...
Woke up this morning, got some gabagoo.
Okay, make it to the next city, and oh, this was the stupidest frickin' gym test. Okay, so they'll only let you fight the gym leader if you order the secret dish. And to get every part of the dish, each trainer was given a clue. Not the part of the dish, just a clue. So I went around and I was beating all the trainers, but then one of them had a green dent. Okay, better send out my fighting type.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This squirrel. No! No! No!
Pack your That's only gonna keep him down for a little bit, Morty. You f***ed with squirrels, Morty!
So, with Wiggler's corpse in one hand and the clues in the other, I still can't order the dish. I spent 20 minutes trying to decipher what the frick any of it meant until one viewer of mine got fed up and just looked up the answer. Here, I'll tell you too. I don't mind spoiling it. It's stupid. Grilled rice balls, extra medium serving size, char that sucker to a crisp, and add a hint of lemon. And when you tell them this, they will straight up vaporize and kill every patron of the restaurant. I mean, you can't have the Pokemon battle at a gym. You gotta have it here at the restaurant, obviously. All right, let's go, Larry. By the way, the internet loves this guy.
I am the internet!
Okay, so this should be an easy fight with all my freshly evolved Pokemon. Boom! Dead Koala. Cool. All right, next, Shyrox. Go out and set up a Fury Cutter barrage. Ooh, dang it. Okay, Paralysis is really gonna mess with the Fury Cutter plan. Oh, and Hyperdrill is gonna mess with the HP plan. All right, Meow, get out there. Give him an exploding bouquet. And the final Pokemon is a Staraptor that's going to lose its flying type. Okay, get in there, May. Show them what all those shiny, perfect IVs can do. Critical hit after critical hit, and all of a sudden, everyone is at death's door, and I'm forced to make a tough decision. Which one of Daddy's little girls are gonna die? If I can get my one heal item into Shyrox, I should be able to claw the victory back. But who has to take the blow?
Jolene, I'm begging for forgiveness.
Oh, man. All right, Shyrox, get in there and teach that Staraptor the meaning of the word. Another crit? Are you serious? Once again, I need to pull up the list of available Pokemon because that bird is still on the prowl. And after much deliberation, I came to the hard decision that Dandy's moveset would be the one that I missed the least, yet the Pokemon I would miss the most.
But hey, at least I die with a full head of hair.
Ugh. After that devastating fight with Larry, I stumble my way out of the gym, and immediately, no time to mourn, no time to recruit, Nimona wrangles me into a fight. Nimona, no! Nimona, wait, no! So they did have the decency to patch everyone up, but I had Dandy in slot 1. But if you think I'm switching into an attack when I'm already down 2 warriors, you are sorely mistaken. Jolene, take point, and I'll just pump X items into you until you topple over. Okay, now the real fight begins. Alright, like Lycanthroc. Cats eat dogs, right? Boom! Alright, Goomy? Yeah, we got the answer for that right here. Palmo. Cats eat mice, right? But everything changed when the Fire-type Pokemon attacked. Skeleturge, without question, is the best of the Paldean starters. He has a move called Torch Song, which on its own is nearly as powerful as Flamethrower, but it also raises your special attack stat! Dandy, get up. Dandy, stop being dead! Dandy! After 2 uses of Torch Song, every move is now a one-shot. And I need to start expending lives just to chip at this guy. I got nothing for it. I might have been able to severely damage it using May's double kick. Here's the thing. I thought that Skeleturge was a ghost type, and something I want you to keep in mind. I've been playing Pokemon for over 25 years, and Pokemon don't tend to change their typing mid-battle.
What about Mega Evolutions?
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna need you to shut the frick up right about now.
But May was the first to fall. Meow went out and used U-turn, but now we need to put a victim in harm's way. Sorry, Shyrox. Okay, Meow, I don't think we need another U-turn. That Poké attack is guaranteed crit, and your Terror evolved too!
Dang it, raw frick! Oh, sheesh! Oh, no, oh!
Okay, nerd, I know your speed isn't that good, but you're the only one left! I don't think you do, but... Oh, she outsped. I probably could have spared a Pokemon or two if I knew that. Oh no. We're screwed. So after that, I excavated a huge plot of land and just pushed all of my Pokemon into a mass grave. And then I went to the PC to equip a new team and headed into the nearby field to level them up. Unfortunately, there were a couple of training casualties. I went absent-minded and then had Koopa fight something that you just plain shouldn't have, and Mawari just got one-shot.
What does that even mean? It's drowsy. Oh, it's killing Mawari. That's what it means if it's drowsing. Okay. See, I misunderstood. I thought Holy crap.
How was I supposed to know he could do that? Larry's koala sucked. During the training, one of my viewers told me that my levels were probably good enough that I could refresh my reserves by hitting up the Cardinal Seas in a nearby forest. So I headed out, caught some Pokemon, and Wonder Trade provided me with Anna, Sarabi, Eevee, and a Froakie, which I could have nicknamed, but I really wanted to call it Asui, so Megan offered to send me a female Froakie, and that's what I did. Up in the mountains, we went to challenge the Ghost-type gym, and honestly, she was pretty easy. It's cool that it was a double battle, but, you know, after losing all of my Pokemon in Nemona's Skulldurge, I was more than happy to be packing around QT. QT, more like OP, am I right? Torch Song is unstoppable! After some more training, we went to the poison guy, but do you care? I don't care. Let's go to the psychic gym. Before the gym, you fight Nemona, and oh, isn't that something? When I can actually set up Pokemon, I'm not brought to the brink of devastation. That's why you don't mess with Helen. And then, in the gym test, King DDD here messed with Helen. I guess messed up Helen is more accurate. Fortunately, the gym leader herself crumpled pretty easily. And then another Titan. Guides for this Titan said level 45, but my chat told me over and over, oh, don't do it, oh, you're gonna die, oh, your parents' divorce was your fault. Look, I don't want to intentionally overlevel. So I rolled up on this thing, my chat begging me not to. And then I one-shot the sucker with Asui and her loaded dice. Now to go take on the ice gym, which is the only gym test that doesn't suck. Don't get me wrong, it's the most simplistic snowboarding game ever. Like, seriously, the snowboarding from Pokepark has more substance than this. But it doesn't make me want to blow my brains out, like Larry's test, and that's my baseline. If it doesn't make me want to commit self-harm, it's a pretty good game. And now for the battle against Grusha, the cutest of all the gym leaders. No, seriously, why is he so cute? Battle wasn't too much trouble, though. I have lots of good Pokemon on my team, and if things do get dicey, this is an ice gym, we have QT. And now, with 8 gym badges in hand, we go fight the second to last Team Star member, the fairy guy, Iono. So we make it up north and we arrive on the Scarlet Trail, and I wasn't expecting a new route, but if the game's offering up a new Pokemon, let's do it. Whew, but there's a lot of tough-looking Pokemon around here. Is Heracross slacking? There's the Mushroom Tentacruel. I'll just grab him real quick. Ah, it was almost caught. You know, somebody sent me this meme over Twitter. I didn't think it was gonna be true. Alright, one Pokemon traded for another. Mama Stork, I guess we can take her. Now on to the Fairy Brigade, and I hate Star Barrage battles, they're stupid. And then the gym leader comes out, and much like Grusha,
why are all the boys in this game so pretty?
The battle did have me on the ropes a couple of times, but in the end I was able to pull out a victory with 0 losses. After that, we go and kill the final Titan, and then our motorcycle gets the ability to scale sheer cliff faces. After that, we went ahead and knocked over a domino that started off an inevitable death spiral. I was feeling strong, I was feeling confident. No matter what goes wrong, we got QT. He has Torch Song. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong indeed? You know, I'd really like to teach Shadow Ball to my Frostlass Yuki. Oh, a Ghastly. Their gas is one of the ingredients used in making the TM. So, I guess I go fight the Team Star fighting type trainer now. So the trainer guarding the gate has a Primeape, so I figured my Ghost type would be a good pick. However, I did not factor in his 120 base power dragon move. Well, I go in and I do the barrage, and at least this map is well suited for it. You know, a big wide open area really reveals that this game can't handle what's going on. But these narrow straights, it really gives the game plenty of blind spots, despawn assets. Wasn't awful. I mean, gameplay's bad, but it didn't, you know, show all the cracks in this game. And then in the leader battle, I made another mistake. You see, this Annihilate was beating me up pretty badly, so I sent in Maple. She's got really high defense, so I was gonna use her to pop off a heal item. But high defense doesn't do anything against super effective moves. And that moment of indiscretion cost me yet another friend. And then Mama Stork came in and mopped up. But here's the thing, moving forward, we are in trouble. Now that I've completed all the wait, I haven't completed all the tasks. I forgot to beat the fire base. Hold on, I'll go get them real quick. Now we're in trouble. I've done all 18 encounters. The only thing I have left now is the Pokemon League. So I took a look at my 6 Pokemon, and then I looked at the League, and then I looked back at my Pokemon, and I realized, well, I'm just plain screwed. Well, my 6 Pokemon might not be enough, but perhaps my 11 can. If I am willing to make sacrifices when the time comes, maybe, just maybe, I can claim the title of champion. So I gathered up my team, went over to West Route 3, and made a ham sandwich, and holy cow, the sandwiches look so good in this game. I had to stop streaming, actually, and go buy real mayo, mustard, pickles, and ham, and guys, the sandwich was so good.
Ah, that's delicious. Oh, that was good.
And then I spent 4 hours killing Chanseys. Well, actually more like 2 hours killing Chanseys. And then 2 hours collecting Gimme Ghoul coins. Then I went to the Pokemon League. And before you can actually do it, Rika gives you like this dumb quiz. It was so baffling that I intentionally kept choosing the wrong answers. But, you know, the joke's on her because the song during the quiz is really, really good. No, I cannot do this yet. This scumbag is level 62. That means I can start the league at level 62. I knew there was a reason I was holding on to these rare candies. Also, I think it would be really foolish to not buy red circular sunglasses before going in there.
All right, we're ready.
First off is Rika. If there's one type of Pokemon my team of miscreants is built to kill, it's ground types. Whiscash comes out, Nerd's Magical Leaf. Camerups burst onto the scene. We gave Eleanor and her Earthquake a jolly nature. Her Donphan? Gabagool may be a little bit of overkill, but I didn't spend those 2 hours treasure hunting for nothing. Doug Trio eats an Ice Beam from Spike, and then I used Donphan to Durgle that Clodsire. Now the member of the Elite Four that is a genuine demon. Talk about Poppy's playtime. I am not messing around with this kid. I went and respec'd my team, and then I challenged her. Spike started out this fight and threw out a flamethrower water pulse to the Copperjaw. And since Spike was undamaged, I gave the Corviknight the old flamethrower ice beam combo. The same thing goes for the Bronzong, but at last, she switched to Magnezone, which was my cue to send in Nerd. And this is where I went full sweaty. Magnezone is Poppy's only special attacker, so I sent in Nerd and had her Terra evolve to shed that pesky fairy typing. And then I proceeded to cast Double Team and Calm Mind every other move. Combine that with Leftovers and Life Dew, and there was nothing this stupid Pokemon could do. Once the light screen wore off, I gave it a +6 special attack Sacred Fire. And then she sent out Tinkaton. This thing outspeeds me and frightens me to my very core. Nerd avoided the attack. Now burn. Okay, that's probably my biggest obstacle. I don't really have a team crafted for Larry, but I do have 11 Pokemon to throw at the problem. Alright, Tropius. Mama Stork's flying type moves. Now, while Ruby and Sapphire have taught me to fear Altaria, Luna has a crazy powerful rock move. It misses the first one, but the second one takes her down. Now the Staraptor that killed Jolene and Dandy comes in. I decided to start it off by cutting his speed in half with paralysis, but then he decides to remind me that he was the normal type trainer, and Facade is what killed Jolene and Dandy. Fortunately, Sarabi had on the Rocky helmet, so the Staraptor actually booked 2 tickets for the Shadow Realm. Next was Pom Pom Bird. Not really sure what its typing was, but most birds don't really like Spike's Ice Beam. Now Larry sends in a regular old Flamingo. And look, here's the thing. I know everyone has clowned on this Pokemon, and for good reason. But I do wonder why Game Freak just put in a real, unaltered animal, and then made its name just 1 letter off. Like, it's an easy fix, too. All you need to do is this. There you go. There you go. Catastrophe avoided. Could have even made the shiny pink, and that would have been awesome. As for the real one, I send in Mama Stork, she tanks one of those close combats, and then clobbers it with a couple of rocks. Alright, next was the Dragon Guy, so I decided to use the same lame-o tactic I used on Poppy, just with fairy-type moves instead of fire. Fortunately for me, Novine was the first Pokemon, a special attacker. However, during the setup, I was near death's door, but a quick little peck on the cheek, and Nerd's HP was back at full. Then I finished using each move 6 times, and we'll call me the cleaning lady, because it's time for a clean sweep. Noivine, dead. Draggle, dead. Haxorus, no! Frick! Ironhead. Yep. That'll kill a shiny dead. Well, I did teach Spike Ice Beam for this sacred purpose. Oh wait, he's weak to Dragon! Okay, neither of us are dead. Okay, he probably has another physical attack planned for me. Okay, well, Eleanor is built like a literal elephant, and like Dumbo, has a little hat. Okay, so, no more Ice Beam, No more fairy moves. Hold me, I'm scared. Alright, Flapple. Honestly, for that we just break out Mama Stork and... Oh, wow. 1 volley of wing beats? Okay. Now Braxcalibur. I don't know how we beat this. I guess we just use the 5 remaining Pokemon to chip down its HP? Or we can kill it with 1 volley of Make It Rain.
Okay, wow, that just straight up killed him.
Okay, all we have left now is the champion. And you know, for the most part, champions are pretty easy. When you have a trainer focusing on just one type of Pokemon, you can have 1 or maybe 2 answers for the team. But when you have 6 different Pokemon, surely you can find something to handle each one, right? The only thing that truly frightens me is King's Gambit and his ability, Supreme Overlord, which raises his attack stat for each Pokemon defeated, and she brings him out second to last. Now, my idea for this is to lead with Luna and teach her Roar and hope we can drag this guy out before I die, and then hit him with close combat. I went in, ready to roar until my lungs and HP were spent, and... Oh, hey, King's Gambit. Lovely to meet you here so early in the day. Now get the frick out of here! From this point on, it was simply a matter of sending out the pre-selected Pokemon to meet each foe. Spike, Flamethrower, Avalugg, Mama Stork, Brave Birded Go-Goat, Gabagool, Shadow Balled Esperanza, Sparky Thunderbolted Vizula, and then I sent in Eleanor to deal with her final Pokemon. This was the only non-one-shot. I brought it close, but I missed my second attack, and then she brought me even closer, but I figured I've seen enough of my friends die. I pivoted into Mama Stork to dodge her Earth Power, and then used Parting Shot to have Spike come into a glancing blow. And then I finished it all off with a Dragon Pulse, a move that I literally haven't used all game.
Beat the Elite Four with no items and didn't even use Terra Evolution on Gita. Nice. However, there may be an alternate timeline. One where Scarlet didn't buy her red sunglasses. One where she just went into the Elite Four and met a stupid Pokemon with a stupid move. A Pokemon that outsped her completely. A move with 100% accuracy, then after Terra Evolution has 320 power! I'm not saying that is what happened, but I am saying thank goodness Scarlet bought her glasses. This was a lot of fun. Any gripes I may have with the game were outweighed by the genuine enjoyment I got out of it. It was a ton of fun doing the stream. Thanks to anybody who stopped in, especially Megan Anderson, Quick Nerd, and Gridiron Yuki. I'm being 100% honest when I'm saying this video probably wouldn't have happened without you guys. If this video does well, I'll probably return to the Paldea region for another, for an Eevee lock. So subscribe if you'd like to see that, and go out and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace!